Every year, PC gaming hits new highs, but which titles will truly blow us away? From brutal monster hunts to haunting horror and sprawling RPGs. Here are 10 upcoming games in 2025 you simply can't miss. Few indie RPGs have generated the same level of buzz as Obscur Expedition 33, developed by Sandfall Interactive, a relatively young French studio. The project has been in the works for years. Their vision, a surreal RPG where art and death collide. The world is painted, literally, a belly book Parisian vibe but with a gothic twist, populated by citizens who fear the day their number is painted by the paintress, an immortal being said to have created the world's reality with her brush. Players lead Expedition 33, the 33rd doomed group trying to stop her. You'll gather characters with wildly different backstories, fallen aristocrats, haunted poets, betrayed soldiers. Each has personal quests that can change the final ending. If a character dies in battle, it may not be permanent, but each resurrection comes with a cost, corruption that changes their behavior or dialogue. The turn-based combat has real-time dodge and parry windows, creating tense moments mid-turn. Critical hits create brushstroke visual effects, turning battlefields into living canvases. Rumor is that hidden gallery bosses will appear. You complete secret challenges, rewarding unique weapons painted into existence. The orchestral soundtrack shifts dynamically with player choices. The deeper you dive into the paintress domain, the more discordant and haunting it becomes. Fans compare it to Persona, Nier, and Bravely Default, but it stands out for its mature philosophical themes. What does it mean to erase someone from existence with a single brushstroke? Can art become violence? Sandfall's dev blogs hint that new expansions may follow if the game succeeds. A must-watch for story-driven RPG fans. Tarsier Studios has stepped up the tension for Little Nightmares 3 after the mind-bending journey of 6 and Mono. This installment switches focus to two new children, Lo and Alone. Both kids' names hint at how the game explores isolation and trust. The new co-op mechanic makes puzzles more dynamic. For example, you might need to lift your partner onto a shelf to reach a lever while a shadowy figure lurks in the dark. Set pieces include a rotting circus tent, a flooded suburban neighborhood, and a massive toy factory where mannequins twitch when you look away. The devs have said the team focused on playable nightmares, dream sequences that change depending on your choices. Collectibles like broken dolls and old notes unlock surreal cutscenes that expand the lore. Community theories suggest a mind-blowing twist. These children may be failed experiments to create more Maws, the nightmarish vessels in previous games. The sound team has worked on a dynamic ambient system. Creaking floorboards, faraway whispers, and low drone hums make the world feel alive and claustrophobic. If you're brave enough, you can tackle the entire story solo, with the AI adapting its behavior based on your actions. Some testers say the AI partner even tries to warn you of hidden dangers. Few settings are more perfect for a grim open-world RPG than Avalon devoured by the wordness. In Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, you're not the chosen hero, you're a struggling wanderer trying to survive in a world that's falling apart. The dev team, Awaken Realms Digital, is known for deep tabletop roots, so the game has systems layered within systems. The wordness fog physically mutates the world, paths change, monsters appear from the mist, and settlements vanish overnight. Villagers whisper about the word tree, an ancient entity that might be feeding the corruption. Quests are multi-step. For example, saving a child from a cult might force you to betray a friendly faction lair. The crafting is robust. You combine relics from monsters with runes to create weapons that mutate over time. Your gear might gain corruption, giving you more power but slowly draining your sanity. NPCs remember betrayals. Even minor choices like stealing food can come back to haunt you hours later. Day-night cycles aren't just visual. Some monsters only hunt at dusk, and the wordness thickens at night. If you love Dark Souls for its oppressive vibe and The Witcher 3 for its branching moral choices, Tainted Grail aims to fuse the two. Players are already theorizing about hidden bosses like the Worm King, an urban legend monster said to roam the deepest part of the mist. The devs have confirmed they're testing a roguelike mode where each run has new map layouts and permadeath, a dream for hardcore masochists. What happens when you merge the style of classic to DBM ups with next-gen ARPG combat? You get the first Berserker, Khazan. This game is a passion project for Neepal, the studio that built Dungeon Fighter Online into one of the world's most played action RPGs. Khazan is a tragic figure in DFO lore, a great general betrayed by political rivals. The game explores his descent into rage and his path to redemption or total destruction, depending on your choices. Each weapon you wield isn't just stat chasing. Runes and augments open new combo trees. Your rage meter isn't a simple bar. It splits into multiple branches, unlocking different finishers and devastating our attacks. Bosses have multi-phase encounters. Think Bayonetta meets Dark Souls. Environmental interactions matter too. Knock an enemy into a fire pit. Smash pillars to create cover. A hub city acts as your base, where NPCs offer side stories. Some merchants secretly work for your enemies and may sabotage your upgrades if you don't pay attention. The devs teased a full co-op mode post-launch, so you might be able to go berserk with your friends. Ballad of Antara is a sleeper hit in the making. The Chinese RPG community has rallied behind Tipsworks for its mix of Eastern martial arts, folklore, and punishing Souls-like combat. The dual realm system is more than a gimmick. Entire maps exist only in one realm. A bridge in the physical world might be shattered, but whole in the spirit realm, leading to puzzles that test your perception. The combat style is both elegant and brutal. Animations have a balletic flow inspired by traditional Chinese opera fighting. Each playable character has unique soul arts that unlock special moves when you dodge or parry at the perfect moment. Mythical beasts like the nine-tailed fox or the flood dragon serve as bosses, but some can become mount or allies if you meet hidden conditions. Lore drops through environmental details, poems carved into temple walls, ghostly figures reciting riddles. If you love unraveling myths, this game will keep you up late. Some fans think multiple endings exist, but a rumored true ending requires keeping your entire party alive and restoring balance between realms. Tipsworks is already teasing expansions based on other Chinese legends. Monster Hunter Wilds is shaping up to be the most ambitious evolution of Capcom's beloved co-op series. Forget static zones. This time, ecosystems truly feel alive. Monsters migrate between regions, react to dynamic weather, and even hunt each other. That means your perfectly planned hunt could get interrupted by an unexpected apex predator entering the fray. The environment itself is a game changer. Sandstorms in the desert can bury caves that hide rare materials, while torrential downpours can flood canyons, creating temporary hunting payouts. Leaks suggest new apex monsters that aren't just bigger, but smarter. They'll adapt to your strategies, setting traps of their own. Hunters might find themselves lured into a monster's lair, only to discover it's brought reinforcements. There's buzz about rideable mounts that add verticality and speed, letting you pursue fleeing monsters across massive biomes. Capcom is also teasing upgraded armor forging. Now, your gear evolves with hidden traits based on the environments you hunt in. For example, an armor set crafted from a sand-dwelling leviathan might gain extra resistance during sandstorms. Players are hoping for seamless crossplay between PC and console for global hunting parties. And rumors swirl about underwater hunts making a grand return, something we haven't seen since Monster Hunter 3. If you live for the thrill of the hunt, Wilds might be the apex of the entire franchise. What started as a spin-off to Black Desert Online has grown into Crimson Desert, a gritty, single-player action RPG that combines medieval sandbox adventure with cinematic storytelling. You play Macduff, the weary leader of a mercenary band struggling to navigate a war-torn continent. The game is built around dynamic conflict. You'll choose which lords to ally with or betray, and every choice ripples across villages, trade routes, and major cities. Pearl Abyss has gone all in on emergent systems. A rebellion you help crush in one region might regroup and ambush you on the road weeks later. Traders and villagers remember your deeds, and your notoriety affects everything from bounty hunters to black market gear. Combat is brutal and weighty. Imagine The Witcher 3 duels, but layered with siege weapons, horseback raids, and even airship skirmishes over vast mountains. Some open-world bosses roam freely, forcing you to prep gear and allies for spontaneous encounters. One rumored creature, a colossal bone dragon that stalks the icy north, might take entire mercenary bands to bring down. Your mercenaries aren't just cannon fodder, they each have morale, skills, and loyalty missions. Build your camp, forge weapons with rare ore, and manage supplies for long campaigns. Players hoping for a rich, living sandbox that balances political intrigue, big set-piece battles, and day-to-day survival will have plenty to sink their teeth into. Feudal Japan has been the #1 fan request for years, and Assassin's Creed Shadows is Ubisoft's answer. Set during the tumultuous Sengoku era, you'll step into the sandals of both a nimble shinobi and a disciplined samurai. Each path offers unique tools, combat styles, and moral conflicts. The shinobi's missions lean into stealth and deception, grappling rooftops, poisoning targets, vanishing in the mist. Meanwhile, the samurai path embraces open combat, duels under cherry blossoms, and battlefield honor. The rumor system means your actions spread, help a farmer, and that village might hide you from the shogun's forces later. Let too many enemies live, and bounty hunters will track you down. Ubisoft has teased how weather and terrain change tactics. Heavy rain muffles footsteps, but deep snow can reveal your trail. Villages, temples, and castles bustle with life. Historical figures like powerful daimyo and wandering ronin may aid or betray you depending on your choices. Customization is deeper than ever. Forge your own katana, stitch unique crests onto your armor, and mix tools like smoke bombs, kunai, or hidden chain sickles. Devs hint that your choices can alter how the creed takes root in Japan. Will you cling to honor or become a master of the shadows? With multiple endings and dynamic side quests, this could be the boldest AC since Origins. Obsidian Entertainment is bringing its storytelling mastery to the first-person RPG space with Avowed. Set in Yora, the same world as Pillars of Eternity, you'll explore the untamed Living Lands, a region teeming with ancient ruins, tribal secrets, and mystical phenomena. Magic in Avowed is runic and combinable. Want to cast an ice wall that explodes into shards? Engrave it. Want to bind lightning to your sword? Inscribe it mid-battle. Weapons are deeply customizable, with upgrades tied to rare relics you find in forgotten tombs. Obsidian is doubling down on player choice. Factions like the Glanfathan tribes, Dairon settlers, and rogue mages all have tangled relationships. One rumor is that you can wipe out an entire settlement or negotiate uneasy truces that shift the power balance. Companions have branching loyalty missions and will challenge your moral decisions, sometimes even deserting you if you cross their boundaries. Fans suspect the main quest will tie deeply into Yora's pantheon of gods, with some mega-bosses rumored to be literal demigods awakened by your meddling. Modders are already dreaming up expansions, and Obsidian has hinted at full mod support at launch. If you're hungry for a next-gen Skyrim with the branching depth of New Vegas, Avowed might be the one to watch. Once a PS5 exclusive under the name Project Eve, Stellar Blade has officially made its leap to PC, launching on June 12, 2025 via Steam and Epic Games Store. For PC gamers, this isn't just a port. It's the definitive way to experience one of the most stylish action-adventure games in years. Developed by Korea's Shift Up Studio, Stellar Blade drops you into a desolate, post-apocalyptic Earth overrun by grotesque biomechanical monsters called Natiba. You play as Eve, a hyper-skilled warrior from the 7th Airborne Squad, on a mission to reclaim humanity's last stronghold. What makes Stellar Blade shine is its razor-sharp combat. Inspired by Bayonetta and Nier Automata, fights are all about fast combos, perfectly timed dodges, and cinematic finishing moves that look like they leapt out of an anime cutscene. The PC version ups the ante with unlocked frame rates, ultra-wide support, and sharper textures, a visual feast that takes full advantage of high-end rigs. The world design is a standout too. Sprawling ruined cities, overgrown temples, and mysterious underground labs hide lore collectibles, side bosses, and hidden upgrades. The soundtrack blends melancholic strings with pounding electronic beats, matching the game's bittersweet tone of hope and ruin. Shift Up confirmed that the PC edition includes new content at launch, extra outfits for Eve, expanded photo mode features, and subtle tweaks to the combat system based on fan feedback. Rumors hint at a big story twist about Eve's origin, setting up the possibility of future expansions or even a sequel. If you crave precise, high-energy action combat with stunning visuals and a protagonist you won't forget, Stellar Blade should be at the very top of your 2025 PC wishlist. And there you have it, 10 PC games in 2025 that could rewrite what we expect from open worlds, horror, monster hunting, and next-level storytelling. Some will deliver on every promise, some might surprise us even more, but they're all worth keeping on your radar. Which one tops your list? What fan theory do you believe most? Drop your predictions, wishlist, or wild speculation, and let's survive the wait together. Game on! PC Warriors Minus 2025 is going to be one hell of a ride.
Yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings, I'ma be